Hey guys. Yeah, cursor's still not working, but I didn't figure I really needed a cursor to do this. I heard there was a bet on who would go live tomorrow first. I guess whoever chose me wins the prize, whatever the prize is. Hey, Amanda Ray, Crazy Nurse Granny, Lab 15, Governor, Miss Lee, Dee Dee Dugan, 420, Sweet Melissa, Jane Rhodes, Stephanie Lee, Misnomer. Like I said, I heard there was, hey, Pink Lady Luck, Jackie, Coffee Chat. I heard there was a bet on who would go live. Hey, Tiffany Marie. I am Miss Nevins. I slept on it, and hey, Ender. What I've realized is there's just some really, really bad people in this world. Hey, Lisa54, Karen DW. And you know, the things that 180 has said about me, I don't care. I mean, look at the source. It's 180. He's a troll. I feel bad for him, really. I actually prayed for him last night. Because to have that much hate in your heart, hey, Tally Girl. Hey, Sweet Melissa. To have that much hate in your heart must make you a very, very lonely person. Makes me wonder, you know, he talks about his parents being narcissists. Hey, Mar. Makes me wonder if they were really the narcissist, or if it's him. Makes me wonder if... Oh, I prayed for him, Tiffany Marie. You know, after he wished Corona on me... Okay. After he wished me and Tiffany Marie dead... Okay. Hey, Leanne Lynn. You know, I talked to somebody last night. It was Kim. Kim can barely draw a breath right now. It's quite possible that she's caught the COVID virus while in the hospital, on top of everything else. And to hear her struggling for a breath, and to see the things that 180 says about her. Hey, Lady Liv. It really, really makes me think that he must have some sort of mental disorder. It makes me wonder if he's so jealous of his brother, of the attention his brother got when they were younger. Because his brother really does have a disability. And it makes me wonder if 180 is so jealous of the attention that his brother got when they were younger. Jackie, she hasn't been out of the hospital. And if that's what 180's problem is, then I have no choice but to pray for him. Because I don't know how else to deal with him. 180 is scary. He has guns too. I don't know if 180 has guns. I've kind of peeked into his criminal record. I don't know if he's allowed to have guns. But I'm not afraid of 180's guns. But what I realized last night while I was sleeping, or while I was trying to sleep, is I'm not afraid of his words either. You see, at first I let it hurt me, but then I figured out that he can't hurt me. He's the one hurting, not me. Hurt people hurt people. That's a fact. So, for 180 to say the things that he said about Kim, that's what broke my heart. Not the things he said about me. Don't give him any ammunition. What's he gonna do, Karen? What's he gonna do? No, Starlight, we're not doxing the wrong person just because you're being misled. By the way, Starlight, I wanted to talk to you. What is gonna make you happy fucking with Ben the way that you do? Is it gonna make you happy to turn on your computer one day and see Ben hanging from a fucking rafter in that fucking shed of his? Is that what's gonna make you happy, Marianne? Because you could have just left him alone. You could have just left Ben alone. But you couldn't do it, could you? You had to go back. You had to go back and mess with him. Exactly, Misnomer. And everybody else has guns. And I'll guarantee you, my gun's bigger than 180's. And if it's true 180's really in a wheelchair, and I'm really beginning to doubt that, considering what he said the other day about standing up. Then he's got a long way to wheel to get to me. Yeah, Jesus Christ, God forbid. Because they seem to get this sick fascination out of fucking with Ben. What Ben said was awful. I'm not talking about the guy still in prison, Amanda Lynn. I know exactly the guy you're talking about. The guy you're talking about is in prison for molesting a child. I realize that's not 180. Okay? So please don't tell me I'm doxing the wrong person, Amanda Lynn. Okay? Because I even know the man's release date. So please don't come in here and tell me I'm doxing the wrong person. Because to be honest with you, I'm not doxing anybody. Exactly. Who was doxed? These are just my opinions about 180. Now, you weren't nice to Ben, Starlight. Nothing about you has been nice to Ben. You think people don't see what you say about Ben in that RDA Discord? You were a part of that, Starlight. Is that what you want? You want to see Ben hurt, Marianne? Is that what you want to see? Did you say anything to 180 when he wished I would get the coronavirus? Because he knows damn good and well if I get it, I'm gonna die. Did you say anything to 180 when he made the statement that Kim is dead? Or do you keep thinking 180 is just this fantastic dude? Oh, trust me, I know more about 180 than you know, Marianne. I know more about 180 than you know. So I'm not doxing anybody. I could sit here and tell you right now 180's grandmother's name, who, by the way, God rest her soul, passed away. No, Marianne, you just keep toying with his mind. You just keep toying with his mind. I said what he said about you was horrible. But you know the difference between 180 and Ben? Ben has a drinking problem, and when he says the things that he says, he always apologizes. Have you ever seen 180 apologize? You don't know shit, Marianne. You know what 180 has told you. That's what you know. Have you been to 180's, Marianne? Have you pushed him around the neighborhood in his wheelchair? Have you, Marianne? Marianne, I watched what you did. I watched what you did to Ben. I saw you all play your games. I'm not saying drinking is an excuse for his behavior, 420. Oh, you've been to his house? Well, I know somebody else that's been to his house. Guess what? They said he wasn't in a chair. So who's lying, Marianne? Who's lying? I know exactly where he lives, Marianne. I know exactly where he lives. I know exactly where he lives. I'm bringing Ben up because I actually care about Ben. But I didn't pray for Ben last night. I prayed for 180. Because 180 doesn't have a heart. All he has in his chest is a thumping fucking gizzard. Because anybody that would wish corona on somebody is garbage. Total garbage. You've talked to somebody on the phone. Marianne, I could call you right now and say, hey, I'm Jason's nurse. Why don't you tell 180 to keep Kim's name out of his mouth? Why don't you be a decent person, Marianne? For once in your life, why don't you be a decent person? Corey, you want me to sober up? Bitch, I ain't had a drink yet. If you knew I'd had a drink, you'd fucking hear a lot more than this, you worthless piece of garbage. Yeah, his nurse comes daily. Does he get a monthly check, Starlight? Do you get a monthly check when you're self-diagnosed, Starlight? How come he hasn't been to the doctor and get a real diagnosis? She always tries to deflect, Dee Dee Dugan. That's what she does. That's what she does. Wishing death on people. That's what 180 does. And doesn't regret it at all. Doesn't regret it at all. And people wonder what the problem with this community is. You want to know what the problem with this community is? 180 is. 180 is the problem. People like 180 is a problem. I hope Marianne and 180 get married. I do. Does his dick still work, Marianne? Do you know that? Oh, so because of John, he's got a hard on for John, he has to drag Kim into it, right? Is that what you're saying? No. Trust me, Starlight. I've heard all about his arthritis. He has more going on than his MS. But he's able to stand. He said that the other day. He can stand. But then again, so can his brother. His brother is actually doing something with his life. It's not your place to get into it, Amanda Lynn. Maybe it's not your place to get into it, but it is your place to shut down the bullshit. It is your place to shut down the bullshit, Amanda Lynn. You're right, Pink. No nurse comes in daily for a disease. He is not beyond, hey D-Rod, he is not beyond wiping his own ass. So you know so much about him, Marianne. Does his dick still work? Why don't you mind your business? Why are you in here, Starlight? Did I mention your name? Did I bring you up? Just because you're a garbage people? No, John didn't drag Kim into it. Insurance will never cover a daily visit for a disease unless you're on hospice. Well, you want me to play the clip, Starlight? Want me to go back and get the clip where he says he can stand? Oh, we make you sick, Starlight? We make you sick while your boyfriend, your man friend, wishes people dead and wishes the coronavirus on them? We make you sick? We make you sick while you sit in a Discord while a man says he kills animals? Why doesn't he have insurance, Starlight? If he's that disabled, he should qualify for Medicaid. Why don't you ask these questions, Starlight? Why doesn't he have insurance? If he's disabled to the point he can't work, then he should have Social Security disability, which would cover everything. Let's see what old Gypsy Rihanna has to say. Quit deleting their comments. I want to see what they have to say. You know, the one that used to be such good friends with Mandy, but turned her back on her. He doesn't have insurance. Starlight, why doesn't he have insurance? Have you ever asked him why he doesn't have Medicaid? Why doesn't he have Social Security disability? Have you ever asked him that? Or do you just take his word for it? Mark, quit. Oh, I'm disgusting, Starlight? I'm disgusting? You want me to put up the comments that you ran around talking about my vagina for a week? And you want to say I'm disgusting? So because I'm asking about whether 180's dick works, I'm disgusting? But you can run around and talk about my vagina for a week, and I'm disgusting? Marianne has no credibility around here. Oh, he's on Medicaid. Oh, okay. Okay. So he doesn't have to pay for anything, right? So why doesn't 180 show the rest of his body? No, I'll tell you what's not my business. What's not my business is 180 wishing me dead. Is 180 wishing coronavirus on me. But you know what is my business? Is him wishing Kim dead. That I got a problem with, bitch. That I got a real fucking problem with. Oh no, they all make excuses. Medicaid doesn't cover daily visits for MS. Thank you, Pink. But see, he's got them all. Bye, Starlight. Go back to your garbage people. Go back to that drunken, pill-popping bitch Molly Golightly. Go back to her. Go back to your garbage panels. I haven't had a Klonopin today, you suck. But what do you care? I pay for them. What do you care, bitch? What do you care? Are you one of the ones that sit around and beg for vape juice? Take care of my basketball-sized hernia. Well, see, fly like an eagle. I don't lie to get medical insurance. See, I don't sit around and collect money off the government. So, not to mention, there's a coronavirus going on. Nobody's going into the hospital right now for elective surgeries. I would think you would know that, Fly Eagle Fly. But I guess you're just another one of the garbage people. Yeah, I begged for airfare to get to my son that was sick. I sure did. And my good friends paid for it. They sure did. So, what's your point? Marianne begged for a new computer and she got it. What's your point? What's your point? Nah, we're not assuming a lot of shit, Amanda Lynn. See, there's a lot of people that know 180 from his past. "180 wants to sit on here and wish people dead and say horrible things. Yeah, they can't come in under their real name, sweet Melissa. Sure enough, Fly Eagle Fly, I have known about this hernia for longer than the virus has been around. But I don't get government insurance, bitch. I don't get government insurance, bitch. I don't sit around and collect money off the government, bitch. Amanda Lynn doesn't care about that live last night. Amanda Lynn doesn't care. As long as she fits in with the crowd, she doesn't care. She's just glad to be accepted after all the nasty shit she did to people. She's just glad to be accepted. And M's Coffee Convo, I don't ever want anything to do with you ever again. You want to sit and say you didn't see what was going on in your chat? Are you kidding, thinking that the way you're talking isn't slurred? Miss Kisses, whether I'm slurred or not, you probably sat in there and kissed Molly Golightly's drunken pill-popping ass last night. So, hey, Jennifer G. Yeah, but Amanda Lynn, you sit in there and you root 180 on. You go, boy. You go, boy. You wish people did. You wish people would get the coronavirus. You go, 180. You're such a nice person, 180. And you root Brian on. Brian, who puts up videos about putting a bullet in somebody's head. Brian, who talks about sending cops and CPS at people's homes. You root them people on, Amanda Lynn. No, I'm not upset at all that nobody's been kissing my ass, Miss Kisses. Let's see how long your channel's been around. Yeah, no subscribers, just created. You're a fucking troll. You're too big of a pussy to come in here under your real name, pussy. You got something to say to me? Say it to my face, bitch. Say it to my face, bitch. Miss Eagle Fly, you sure do have a lot of questions. You sure do have a lot of questions. Are you concerned about me? Let's see you. Let's see when your channel was created. Let's see how many. No subscribers. Look at that. Look at that. Another troll. Another troll. You know, the people we need to get out of this community is people like 180. And Diane, you want to keep pretending like you give a fuck about this community? Then maybe you should start addressing what's wrong with this community. And don't sit over there and act like you have no fucking idea about it. You know what you said about 180? Oh, he's a harmless troll. Guess what, Diane? He's a harmless troll that wishes people dead, okay? You're supposed to be Kim's friend, Diane. But he's a harmless troll. He's a harmless troll that puts people on fake porn sites. So I'll tell you what, Diane. You don't ever have to worry about being referred to as the moral compass of this community ever again. Ever again. Because if you gave a shit about this community, you wouldn't be wasting your time on somebody calling Wendy fucking fat. Or something that Laura says. You would be addressing the things that really affect this community. So you're right, Diane. You're not the moral compass of this community at all. So you want to sit over there and say that anybody who lets full-on drama in their chat is not allowed in your chat? Well, I'll tell you what. Anybody that allows 180 in their chat is not allowed in my chat. Because I've seen a lot of shit that full-on drama's done. I've seen their videos. Never had a problem with them at all. I've never seen full-on drama wish somebody fucking dead. She never said she was you are giving her crap for something you're upset about. Oh look, Door decided to come back in under another troll account. Why can't you come in under your name? I don't have you blocked, Door. All I hear that comes out of Diane's mouth is, I didn't see it. I wasn't there. Well, guess what, Diane? You were on that panel last night with that drunken Molly Golightly running her fucking mouth. And what did you do? You ran. You ran like a scared little bitch. Instead of standing up for what's right, you ran like a scared little bitch, Diane. And I have tried and tried and tried to get along with you, but lately I've seen the real you, Diane. What's wrong with the way I'm talking, Door? What's wrong with the way I'm talking? What's up? I want to hear Door tell me what's wrong with the way I'm talking. Because Diane would rather do an entire live over Tiffany Marie. She would rather do an entire live over Makeup Mobster. I've never seen Tiffany Marie wish somebody dead. I've never seen Makeup Mobster wish somebody dead. Come on, Door. Tell me what I'm saying that you're disagreeing with. Amanda Lynn, if you're just here to defend 180, you can find yourself, don't block her, you can find yourself to the door. Because if you agree with the vile piece of shit that 180 is, then you don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. I talked to Kim last night. That girl can hardly draw a breath. She's being tested for COVID-19 right now. But 180 wants to see her death certificate. 180 wants her death certificate, as if it's any of his fucking business. As if it's his fucking business. Oh, he's wished me dead several times, and you know what? I don't care. I don't care what he says about me. Anybody that defends 180 and laughs about the shit that he says, fuck you. You're not welcome in this community. Yeah, 180 is your friend. He's a hell of a friend, Amanda Lynn. How would you like it, Amanda Lynn, if 180 wished, I don't know, let's say 180 gets a case of the ass of somebody. Let's say he wished you dead. Let's say he got upset with you and he wished you died of the coronavirus. Is he still your friend? Is he still your friend, Amanda Lynn? If that's your kind of friend, Amanda Lynn, then you have piss poor judgment in this world. You have piss poor judgment in this world. You wouldn't know a friend if they jumped up and kissed you on the cheek. That's exactly right, Tiffany Marie. If 180 has a problem with me, then you come to me, bitch. And that's right, 180. You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch that hides in a wheelchair. People in wheelchairs are doing amazing things out there. Amazing things. They're doing marathons. They're raising money. Exactly. How can you be friends with 180 and garbage like him? You're exactly right. We only have one life. And if you're sitting there playing kissy face, you didn't come to my community? Didn't you come to their community? Nah, bitch. No, I didn't go to anybody's community. I've been a part of this community. If you got something to say, door, come back under your real profile. No, I'm not cool with FOD calling. Oh, look, 180's here. I'm not cool with FOD calling 180 or calling CPS on Brian. Not at all. But when are you going to hold Brian responsible for dropping his information in a chat and double dog daring FOD to do it? When are you going to hold Brian responsible for his part in this? So please come back, Officer Bubba Jim Bob Dangle. And you want to talk about doxing people? You want to talk about doxing people? Brian's the biggest doxer on YouTube. But you sit in there and you kiss his ass, don't you, Officer Bubba Jim Bob Dangle? You sit in there and you kiss his ass, don't you? I've never seen Laura dare somebody to call CPS on her. And trust me, me and Laura are not friends. But I've never seen Laura dare somebody to call CPS on her. That's a fucking lie, BTS. High horse. They're all scared of Brian. Guess who isn't scared of Brian? I'm not. And guess what? And Brian knows why I'm not. Because I have all the proof of the shit he said about the baby that his son killed. Why are you calling me a hypocrite? I done said what Ben said was horrible. I done said it. But at least Ben apologizes. You ever heard 180 apologize for anything? Did you hear 180 apologize for calling people faggots on his stream the other day? Yeah, you are scared of Brian. So's Diane. Diane's admitted it. She's scared of Brian. She sure the fuck has. You think I'm scared of Brian? Like I said, Brian ever shows up at my door, he's going to meet two people. He's going to meet the coroner, and he's going to meet God. And that's if he's fucking lucky. I poked him over and over yesterday. BTS High Horse. Bitch, I didn't even talk to Brian yesterday. So I didn't poke him over anything. I didn't go live. I didn't poke him over anything. Yeah, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. How did I poke him? How did I poke him? 'Cause I know the truth about him? I know the shit he said about that baby? Oh, he denies it. But there's all kinds of proof out there. I didn't poke 180. I asked 180 a question. I asked 180 a question. I said, do you remember wishing me dead? And he said, yes, and I still stand by it. So if that's poking somebody, BTS High Horse, then I guess I poked him. I asked him a simple question. But you know what? You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So what are you talking about, BTS? What did I say to 180 that poked him? Who poked him when he sat on his panel and called people faggots? Who poked him that day? Who poked him enough to wish me dead a couple weeks ago? Who poked him that day? All of our hands are just as bloody. Officer Bubble Jim Bob Dangle, 180. Would you like to elaborate on that? Yeah, I did ask about his brother. I did ask about his brother. Who said I rely on Lindy for my information? Who the fuck are you? Why are you dragging Lindy in this? Oh, he wished me dead. He wished Tiffany Marie dead. He wished I would get the coronavirus. No, I'm not always talking about him. I usually don't talk about him. As a matter of fact, I've said many a times, 180 ain't nobody. Fucking ignore him. He is a zero. But you keep defending him, okay? You keep defending him. No, I don't think cussing at you scares you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you at all. You defend a bigot. You defend a bigot. That's what you do. You defend a bigot. That's what 180 is. He's a bigot. He sits on his panel and he wishes people dead. He drags them for filth. Too many to confirm. You think he says sorry, makes it better, but he continues to do it over and over and over. So does 180. At least Ben apologizes. So do you. Have you ever heard me call somebody a faggot? BTS? Have you ever heard that come out of my mouth? Because I'm going to call you a fucking liar. No, it's not my opinion. See, you're entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to the facts. Would you like to hear me play? Would you like to hear me? This is not about Ben 180 or let's see, maybe your what's his name? The one that plays Kissy Face with Laura all the time. Who's that dude? It's also 180. But who's that dude that wolf dude? Why do you go into Ben's room? Why do you go into Ben's room? You're all not going to be happy until you see Ben hurt himself. You've made that real clear. You've made it real clear. That's definitely BSJ, the higher horse. Yeah, BSJ, you know, the one that thinks he saves the community when all he does is trash it up. Go ahead, Brian. Come at me, baby. Come at me, Brian. Okay, it's obvious BTS is a bad wolf. Why don't you go play Kissy Face with Laura? Ben tried to stay away from everybody, and what did you all do? You went back into his chat, and you fucked with him. And you made him believe that you wanted to be his friend. Well, for somebody that doesn't care about Ben, you haven't shut your fucking mouth about him since you came into my stream. Leave 180 alone and he'll stay away. Fuck you. Fuck you. .180's done crossed the line. He's done crossed the line with what he said about my friend Kim. Yeah, that's Bad Wolf right there, that BTS high horse. That's Bad Wolf. Oh, BTS is Marianne. Well, point out my hypocrisy. I don't care. Point it out. You think you mean shit to me? You don't know nothing about me and Brian, Marianne. BTS. You don't know shit. You think I'm not going to come at a man who says chicken in a basket is better than baby in a casket? You think I'm not going to come at a man that says that shit? Fuck you. You defend him. Fuck you. Yeah, 180 has been left alone and he can't shut the fuck up. Oh no, they're both bad for wishing death. They're both bad. But at least Ben apologizes. 180 is very proud of what he says. He even said it again yesterday. Yeah, I said it, Tracy, and I stand by it. I hope you die. And guess what? I don't care what he says about me. I don't care what he says about me. You're not pointing out any hypocrisy. Marianne, BTS, whatever your fucking name is. You're not pointing out any hypocrisy. You're in here defending a piece of garbage. That's what you're doing. Truth, I can clearly see you had a proper lady-like upbringing. I've had a better upbringing than you, Officer Bubba Jim Bob Dangle. I can promise you that. I don't go around saying that my parents are narcissists and they didn't love me. And that's why I'm in a chair, and that's why I feel sorry for myself. I never said I was any better than anybody else. Never said I was anybody better than anybody else. No, why should I go back and read my comments? Ems didn't bother to go back and read her comments. And then she wants to put up her little, oh, I can't believe somebody would call me nasty names because people in my comments said disgusting things. Why don't you come in under your real name, BTS High Horse? Why are you being a pussy? You have no subscribers. You just started your channel. Why are you being a troll? Why don't you come in under your real name? I didn't say you were talking about Ems. I'm talking about Ems. It's my chat. Don't like it? Find the door. You don't like it? Find the door. But I'm going to make you a promise. If 180 continues to talk about my friend Kim, then I'm going to expose him for what and who he is. And don't think for 1 minute that I don't know. Yeah, M's victim role is over. M's playing the poor me is over. The only ones falling for it now is the ones that hate Tiffany, John, and Makeup Mobster. Why do you think you're the one who blocks? Hard to do when you're blocked. And I like it better this way. Your wrench bias doesn't show as much. I won't block you. Come on in. I won't block you. Come on in. Oh, don't think I won't. Don't think I won't. Want to talk about his sister-in-law? Clearly, by you saying you're not better than anyone else really means you think better than everyone else. A narcissist would say that. Your attention-seeking behavior again. Okay. Okay. You have no idea what the word narcissist means. You're an idiot, Officer Bubba Jim Bob Dangle. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. 180. You're an actual idiot. Yeah, I'd rather fight with women because he's too big of a pussy to fight with men. Too big of a pussy to fight with men. Yeah, God forbid anybody stand up against 180. God forbid anybody stand up for 180. Oh, according to Diane and Wendy, he's just a harmless troll. That's all 180 is a harmless little troll. Like I said, I actually prayed for 180 last night. I prayed he found his soul. Because as of right now, he didn't have one. Yeah, John ain't afraid of 180. There's nobody afraid of 180. There's nobody afraid of 180. Brian's always been that way, Kathy. Brian has always been Brian. And the thing is, he usually owns it. He owns it until he involves the police. A harmless troll that wishes people dead. That's right. So, I've asked Diane to use her platform to call this out, and she refuses to do so. Why? Because she's admitted she's afraid of Brian. She's actually admitted it. Okay, Cromwell lady. You gotta go because you're a pussy bitch. You gotta go. To see you're a pussy bitch. You gotta go. Gotta go. That's all they know how to do is troll on the internet. And they call it fun. It's fun. Guess what I did earlier? I bagged up a bag of groceries and I set them on my porch for somebody who's hungry. What the fuck did you do, 180? Wish them dead? Wish the coronavirus on them? Did you wheel your happy ass outside and get a little sunlight on your pale ass skin? Did you stop and smell the roses? This country is under war with a pandemic, and we've got people in this community wishing other people dead. And then Diane and them want to tell me it's not a problem. Diane, you were never a friend to Kim. Ever. Now, I'll probably be the topic of 180's vile dragging today. Don't care. Don't care. I'll probably be the dragging of Diane's next ladies' night or whatever. Don't care. I'm sick and I'm tired of the garbage that is in this community. Exactly. Serious question from hell to you, BTS. You okay with wishing Kim dead? Are you okay with that, BTS? Of course they are. Of course they are. Can you imagine sitting in a basement day after day, wallowing in self-pity, crying victim, trolling people on the internet? Nope, can't imagine it. Mary Wunson, I wish your grandson the absolute best. And just remember, people are surviving. Diane's never going to pull her head out of the sand because it's so much more important to talk about Wendy being called fat or Tiffany Marie or Makeup Mobster or whatever they have to say. I didn't poke 180. All I did was ask about his brother. Is there a problem with 180's brother, BTS? Would you like to share with us? I asked about his family member. Is that a problem? Do you think I would have a problem with 180 if he would have asked about one of my brothers? Do you think that would have bothered me enough to say, I hope you die from the coronavirus? Do you think that would have been enough to poke me to say that? You know 180 is the perfect person because he will say whatever and he doesn't care, give you something to do. Yeah, that makes him a perfect person. That sure does. Your standards are so low. Yeah, you're right. He really doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about nobody. There's not one human being on this earth that 180 gives a flying fuck about. What a sad, sad human being. What a sad human being. You love it? Well, you're just as bad as 180. You want me to get the coronavirus and die? You want to wish Kim dead, BTS? Is that what you want, BTS? Go ahead, put it out there. Because don't think your account can't be tracked. Go ahead, say it. If you think what 180 does is just the best thing since Pop-Tarts, then say it, BTS. Say it. Because you're a piece of garbage just like him. Oh, look, it is 180. You all are entertainment to me. You're a sad, sad individual, 180. You are sad. No, I didn't poke him. I asked him how his brother was. Hey, Gutta. I asked him how his brother was. What a terrible question to ask somebody how their brother's doing. No, you are garbage, BTS. You are garbage. You are soulless. Well, if you're not 180, then you must be sitting on his lap, riding along with him. So, I'll tell you what, BTS, come in under your real account or go fuck yourself. And while you're at it, go fuck 180. if he can still get his dick up. Maybe your daddy will buy him some vape. Yeah, they are a bunch of sick fuckers. But I'm getting off here, Misnomer, because I have a neighbor that is in need of some meat and potatoes and some corn. And I'm getting a bag together and I'm going to leave it on their porch because I'm going to practice self-distancing. And if you can help your neighbor, please do so. I am calm, full on drama. I'm really calm. BTS horse is Trisha. That doesn't surprise me. What's your question, full on drama? The gutter. I'm addressing 180 who wished me dead, who wished I had the coronavirus, who wished Kim dead, who wants Kim's obituary sent to him. So, what's your question? Full on drama. Well, thank you. That's not a question, but thank you. Why was Pearls of Wisdom hidden? Was that an accident? Pearls, I'm sure that was an accident. What is my favorite color? Probably gray. Why is the gutter saying shut the fuck up? I don't even think Trisha would agree about 180 did either. I don't believe that either. Who's vile, the gutter? Who's vile, the gutter? Who are you calling vile? Who are you telling to shut the fuck up? What is my favorite childhood memory? Alright. Oh, I'm talking about what was said to you. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to tell you my favorite childhood memory, and then I'm going to get off of here. My dad came in. My mom and dad were divorced. My dad came in one day, and he had bought all the grandkids these little gorillas. They were all white, and they danced and played music. Well, when he come in, he didn't realize there was an extra kid in the room. Well, knowing my dad, he went to a convenience store and bought all of these. Hey, not your business. He bought all of these gorillas, probably out of a convenience store, a 7-Eleven, something like that. When he came in and he noticed there was an extra little boy in the room, my dad couldn't stand that. So my dad left, and he said he'd be right back. And he came back with a little brown gorilla. And when the little boy said, "How come mine's brown and everybody else's is white?" my dad told him how special his gorilla was, because it was special to be different. So, that's probably one of my favorite childhood memories. was my dad doing that. My dad didn't even know that little boy. Had no idea he was going to be at my mom's Christmas morning. So, that's probably one of my favorite stories. And that's how I was raised. So, people can come in here and say I was raised this way or I was raised that way. And I wasn't raised with a whole lot of anything, but I'll tell you what I was raised with. I was raised with a lot of love. A lot of love. And it's carried over. And this shit with this coronavirus, and you can ask anybody that's close to me, it has sent me over the edge, knowing that people are going hungry, knowing that people, it just, I can't handle it. It's driving me crazy. So, but I am going to get off of here. 180, I look forward to your vile dragging of me. I really do. But do me a favor. Leave Kim out of your fucking mouth. Because the things you're saying about her is going to land you straight in hell. So I'll promise you, 180, I'll never mention you again. If you promise me, you'll never mention Kim again. I promise you that. Everybody, please stay healthy. Help your neighbors. Keep social distancing. Say your prayers. Can I ask whose stream the remarks were placed in? Yeah, it was M's Coffee Convo, Honey Boo Boo. And if you need the screenshots, just email me at moneytracy@gmail.com. Thank you, Helen. And I'll show you just what kind of person 180 is. Use your hand sanitizer. You got it. Love you all. Have a great day. And I'll see you around the tube if I can get my cursor to work to end this broadcast. Bye, guys.